You know, one of the things that is really apparent to those of us who work in the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections, and I would say those in the nation and internationally as well, is that we truly have, as demonstrated by Secretary Wetzel's presence via video here, an individual who recognizes women, recognizes what they bring to the table, recognizes diversity as a whole, and that everybody needs to be participating in order to get the best outcome that you have. We're very fortunate, and don't take it lightly, that we have at our helm a leader who provides that support every day in many different ways. So let's give it up for Secretary Wetzel. You know, this event itself, as I stated earlier, is with the Association of Women Executives in Corrections partnering with the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. AWEC, as it's known, is an organization that was formed over 21 years ago by a group of women who recognized the need and had the support to know that women in the field of criminal justice needed to support each other. And so they formed the organization to just do that, to make sure that they're supporting individuals who aspire to be leaders, supporting leaders who had already made it, supporting individuals who are on the cusp of wanting to be a leader by developing emerging leaders. And so the organization itself, and I'm pleased to be president of that organization right now. You'll hear from our president-elect, Terry McDonald, in a little while. But the organization itself is truly there to support individuals. It's there to support women in corrections. We can't do this by ourselves. There's a song that's going to be played a little later on that says, I hope you dance. And part of the lyrics in that song, and what sticks out to me so obviously, it says that I hope when you stand beside I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. It says, I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. And what does that mean? And when I hear that, it means that you still have to, number one, remember where you came from, right? You have to remember that all of the successes that you had, that you achieved, where you've been, where you're going, that's not a solo act. That there are people pulling for you that you don't even realize are pulling for you. There are people who have paved the way humbly in the background to help you get to where you are. We talk about trailblazers, and Lord knows I know that there have been trailblazers for me in my career. You know, I started out in my career back in 1987 as a clerk typist, and through support, through mentoring, it's a journey. It's not an easy journey. But whenever you achieve, the responsibility is to make sure that you reach back, and that's why AWEC's motto is each one teach one, and give something back to somebody else, because that's what it's all about. It's about helping one another. You know, we can learn better how to support one another. We can learn better how to lift each other up and not tear each other down. We can do better at just recognizing that I can celebrate your success, and you know what? It takes absolutely nothing away from me. That's what we can do better. That's what we can do better. It's not about I want what she has, because you can get what you got. You know, it's not about that. It's about, you know, still standing small when you stand beside the ocean. Don't get big-headed because you made it somewhere, or you think you made it, because in reality, we still have, what's that cigarette thing say? You come a long way, baby. We got a long way to go, baby. Right? We still are doing first. This is still a first. And until we can no longer have first, be the first whatever, be the first executive deputy, be the first female to be in charge of 3 major facilities, then have we arrived? We're not there yet, ladies. But we have made significant progress, and we will continue to make significant progress based on your efforts, based on your continuing to pave that path that was paved for us so long ago by so many who recognize that women do have a place in the criminal justice field. Almost said amen, but amen? That's right, we do, because we know that we bring something to the table that diversifies the table. We know that we bring a different style of leadership. We know that we bring a different style of recognition. We know that we don't have to be big and burly and take on the persona of a man in order to get the job done. We know that we can stay true to ourselves and true to our beliefs and set the standard, be the standard, raise the standard based on who we are and what we do in this great field of criminal justice.